It's talking about consumerism. I spoke to the Better Business Bureau recently, found out that apparently counterfeit Labubu dolls are on the rise. And see, what happens is if you're not familiar with these dolls, they freak me out, but other people love them. See, I can't yuck anybody's yum. It turns out that a lot of people are looking for these items, and scammers figured that this was their perfect opportunity to get in there. And so there are some fraudulent websites, fraudulent sellers out there. The Better Business Bureau sat down and spoke with us about ways that you can spot these counterfeit items and protect yourself so you don't end up giving your card information to the wrong hands. Let's take a listen.
And I know it's a huge growing trend. Everybody wants one. But when you are, for lack of better words, desperate to get something out there, you can fall victim to scams. So, first of all, how many people are you seeing reporting these counterfeit items to the Better Business Bureau?
Yeah, so far, BBB Scam Tracker has read that we've received over 70 reports from people who thought that they were purchasing actual Labubu dolls. But a lot of those people received counterfeit Labubu dolls, or they placed an order on a fake website and the doll never came.
Okay, now for those streaming out there who may not understand what a Labubu is, we're going to drop some images so you get a better gist of what we're talking about, this hot ticket item that everybody is looking for. But while we are talking about Labubus, counterfeit items, scams, are something that could affect anybody. So could you give me a couple of tips to make sure that you can spot one and avoid it?
Yeah, of course. So I will say how you can protect yourself from these scams. There's a number of ways, and this kind of goes, for anything when you're shopping online or you're testing out a new website or you see a deal that's too good to be true. So the first thing I would say is be super cautious. We always say at BBB, and it sounds redundant, but do your research. A little bit of research goes a long way. Search for the company's website and go on Google and maybe put scam behind it or reviews to see if there are any warnings from people and to see what people's experiences have been outside of the website that you're buying from. You can also go to bbb.org and look up the company that you're purchasing from, and you can see, what people had different experiences, how long the company has been operating, and things of that nature. You can also see their rating, and that would give you a pretty good snapshot of whether or not the company is legit. And if it's accredited, we encourage you to buy from accredited businesses. Another thing that people kind of overlook is purchasing these items with a secure payment method, preferably credit cards, just because they offer more security rather than, paying through Cash App or Zelle, Venmo, or debit card. So always, if you're purchasing online and you can, we recommend that you use a credit card. And if you are buying from these websites and they tell you that you can pay with Cash App or Zelle or any of those platforms, I would say maybe try a new platform or maybe try a new website because that might not be 100% legit. And then the last thing I would say is, if you type in Labubu doll and you're like, where to get it, don't click on just the first thing that you see. Like, again, that goes back to doing your research because some people are creating fake lookalike websites and again, like not even receiving their items.
With that, I know a lot of people, like, because this is something that's trendy, will go on like the TikTok shop or the market and, like you said, just click on that first thing that they see. But you really have to do your homework to make sure that you are safe, you're not getting scammed, and that your money is going in the right hands, that you get the product that you are asking for.
Exactly.
Now, I also want to ask you if someone out there streaming with us does realize that they have been a victim, how can they go about reporting that to the Better Business Bureau?
Yeah, so if you have been a victim of the scam or something doesn't feel right, you don't receive your item, or just something's fishy, you can report it to our BBB scam tracker. That's where all of these reports have come in that I'm reporting to you. And you can go there by typing in bbb.org/scam tracker. And, this will just help other people from becoming victims and, just getting ahead of the scams.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing your insight with us, letting us know how we can go ahead and report them ourselves. I have a feeling somebody out there streaming with us is like, thank you. This is exactly what I needed. So we appreciate you for
Yeah.
your time.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys, that conversation there, while we were talking about Labubu dolls, you could apply that to just about anything. You want to be really careful while you are out there shopping and where you're putting your card information into because, unfortunately, there are some bad actors out there. So, again, that website that she gave us is www.bbb.org/scam tracker. That is how you can report one of these counterfeit sites, one of these fraudulent sellers, so that you can protect the next person coming in.